Hi there, sign of Aquarius. This is Kim here to give you your next 3-day messages. Goodness. Hope you're doing good out there, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for joining me. And what we do here is open up for your spirit team to join us, the angels, and give messages for you. So let's see. Akashic Soul Echo is what I'm using first. See what's going on. What do you have to let Aquarius know or have them be aware of? And guys, if you would like a private reading, they are pre-recorded videos where you get a private link, kind of like what I do on YouTube, but it's tailored to you. And that information is in the description box below. Oh, I like this. I like this. Just make sure you put in the notes section what you would like to know from the reading. Okay, now we're getting no more procrastinating here. Let's get it. I have soul contract. All right, soul contract. And I think I need the light. Hang on. Is that a little bit? I think that's a little bit better. Soul contract. You feel the pull of something that you agreed to long before this lifetime. Your soul remembers what your mind forgets. Honor your sacred contract by taking the first conscious step. And then I have the dark night. You are passing through a time of darkness and doubt. Growth often happens unseen. Surrender to the unknown, trusting that the light will return stronger than ever. This is actually, like, it was coming to me as a message today that I was going to do for a collective, but I just decided to do Aquarius first. So maybe the message is actually for you all, as far as this particular moment in time, that oftentimes before we get to what you call like a next level, or before we experience what we know that we're already entangled with, but we're seeing something different. This is the time where people will say, I have a spiritual test. I've been tested. A lot of anxiety can come in, or even sadness. And this can actually be evident of a shift that's occurring, though. And that's kind of my point. And the test is to get through the doubt, get through those energies that will make you feel like it's not going to get better. Okay, and what's really good, though, about your next card is your breakthrough. You have broken through old limits and have emerged transformed. Celebrate your strength. You're standing in a new field of possibility. So I feel like you're going to have a breakthrough for any kind of struggle that you might be going through, any kind of doubt. If people can be tested in relationships, in our success with business. 1 minute we're thinking everything's completely going great, especially for business owners. I know it can be like that, where it shifts a lot, but I feel like it's a sign that if you're being tested right now, you are truly being prepared spiritually for the next level. Because remember, on the next level, you have new devils. So you have new different types of energy that will come in and ultimately try to get you not to realize your light and your ability to break through anything that comes your way. So let's ask about the soul contract. I'm feeling like maybe we need to do a breakthrough spread, because it may be thinking that it might be here about having a breakthrough regarding a soul contract. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. All right. We're going to pull what I have made before in the past. And I don't know if you're familiar with this spread, but it's called the Breakthrough Pyramid Spread. And I pull different spots that ultimately will lead to what the breakthrough is, what that represents for you. So I hope it helps. So let's go ahead and get this pulled. There's 6 spots. It can be kind of a lengthy reading, so prepare. And you may want to flip forward to where I start, because there are a lot of cards that I'm going to pull, but I will tell you which cards they are as I do it in the spots. So this is Krans Wild Unknown alchemy deck. This will tell us the pattern that we're seeing, or what we need to have a breakthrough about. This can be in regards to a soul contract, whether it has to do with another person or what you're doing. I feel like it is regarding a soul contract as far as what our breakthrough is about. The challenge at this time, the breakthrough, your strengths, and your probable outcome, with a spot here in the middle for angel advice. Okay. So then I'm going to pull from, I love Krans decks. I'm waiting for her to get a new one so that I can add more of my like staples, but hers are definitely like a staple for me here. Okay, so what the pattern or the cycle is about, what the challenge is, what the breakthrough is going to be about, your strength at this time, probable outcome, and your advice from angels. And let's see, let's do something from the Cosmos Oracle. We'll just do one for each spot. And the 108. It's a few. It's a few. Then I have the Kipper-ish deck. I might pull from that for further clarification on some of these spots. So actually, let's do 2 on the advice spot. Okay, I think we're ready then. And then we have we have the tarot here, and I have the Kipper-ish deck that we'll use also to clarify. So, what is the pattern, or what is it that we need to have a breakthrough about? And it is the peacock's tail. The peacock's tail and the underworld. Goodness. Okay. Ooh, heavy. Geocentric model. Okay. And the well. So Spirit is saying here that there is something that you're really good at. There's something that you get a lot of attention for, or like it's kind of like how people are viewing you. You're a big picture thinker, but when something that you have cultivated as like, this is my main deal, this is my main project, everybody's looking at me, and something doesn't go exactly right, we can get caught in a cycle of this is crushing me, where the ego is hurt, and it crushes us because there's a lot of pride. Now, pride is not a bad thing, but you could say that this is maybe a little bit of a test, especially if you can resonate to something that you've been working on that other people are seeing. They're wanting you to somehow break through those energies and find deeper meaning or more sustenance, like in whatever it is that you're creating. I'm not saying that you're not already deep, right? It's just that there's something here that if it wounded your ego or not, okay, because what I was saying in earlier was we get tested with things, and sometimes when we get tested, things like for example, like if you have a business, the if the sales go down dramatically, and it's trying, it's testing you, you know, you can either get into the energy of, well, this has really hurt me, I must not be good enough, what did I do wrong, or what's happening here. Life isn't screwing up, but it is seeing how you're going to react to different things. And I truly feel that if something like that happens, where it's a big type of a manifestation, lots of people looking, that there are other energies kind of trying to get you to doubt, to feel like something's your fault, to have the ego wounded, right? So that's kind of like what this is about. But because there's something that you should always be proud of, kind of like no matter what, no matter what, and sometimes that's part of the test. No matter what the numbers say, do you believe in yourself? You know, no matter if I do a reading and I have you know, a collective message, and I get 10 comments that say this was crap, or this just totally didn't resonate, are you gonna let that affect you? Or are you going to believe in your message? Are you going to believe in yourself? Because there's all these energies that could be trying to send doubt your way, or to be or have it actually even maybe been allowed to test us, right? And the same goes for a relationship too. You know, if something isn't going exactly how you want it, it's like, don't immediately go to a despair state. Pull yourself away from this energy before you even get into it. And it's just a little bit of a different message. That's not how I would normally read the underworld card, but it is like the ego's fault for this underworld. You don't have to be in this energy, you know? Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what the challenge is. Yep. Against nature. And the flame. Okay, beautiful. Protoplanetary disk and the crew. Okay, so what they're saying, and this is so perfect for your reading, this is exactly the message that I'm getting, is at times in life, we can try to force things. We really want something. We really need it at this certain time. We feel like, on a human way, we've been doing all the things that line up. So why isn't this flame that I'm carrying giving me the results yet that I want? I know I carry this flame. The challenge is, guard that flame. Try to resist the urge to force anything at this time. Try to stay in the energy. The challenge is, try to stay in the energy of, it's already created. It's already being born. Protoplanetary disk is where the planets and the stars and everything are created. They're like being birthed, all right? And this is like the divine plan. And you have all of these, the nebulous, you have all these clouds around it. So there's a lot of room for you to say, wow, well, this looks dark. This looks confusing. This doesn't look like what I thought. Because see, you've already visualized the big picture, your success, right? The outcome that you know in your heart is already yours. So now comes the point where you have to trust your spiritual flame to not go out at this time, and to have faith is being created without having to constrain or put any kind of expectation like into it, not trying to force it. Basically, it is already working out. Okay, so that is the challenge, is to know that it is, even when things don't feel right. Even when it feels like, well, at this point, it feels like I'm just trying to force something and it's not working. Like, you know, do you get what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, so so they're saying here's the other challenge here. It involves crew. So the people that you work with or your teammates. The challenge here, I would think, is usually knowing that Spirit has your back and you have people on the other side, Spirit on the other side, that is always seeing everything you do, watching everything you do, and watching to see how you push through an uncomfortable period. That's what I think this is about. Let me get a tarot card. We'll use the small ones because that might be better. So also, you know, both of these are about community and the people that are around you also. No. Give me more information on the community or these people for Aquarius. Moon in reverse. Something else? Page of Wands. Well, there's your fire. I usually see the Page of Wands is like that is the person who feels that spiritual fire within themselves, maybe even having new spiritual gifts and abilities. And what I see here is there's a challenge to, how do you really feel about some of these people that are around you? What are the hidden feelings or emotions that you have about this crew? Are they helping or are they hindering you? How do you really feel when it comes to your flame? Okay, so the challenge here is to delve into those deep emotions about how you feel. I think it's about the people or how other people are. It could be very well that the challenge is that others are trying to put you into some sort of box or to force you to do something that doesn't feel natural, and they're wanting you to focus on your flame. Let's see what the breakthrough is. Let's just go ahead and see what your breakthrough is. Wow. Look at this lightning. The lightning with the sword and Mars, both of them have the lightning strikes. So Mars is a very strong, kind of like Aries type energy. It's very powerful, confident. You're given a lot of power, okay, when you have Mars energy. And there could very well be breakthrough in a long-standing conflict or like a major decision on how you're going to use your power, because when Mars becomes unbalanced, we can lash out, we can be hasty or act from anger, or we can use it in like a powerful diplomatic kind of way. So this is definitely like asserting your power, but in a fair and balanced way. And the sword is the truth, but it's talking about a major decision here that's coming up. A major decision. Let's see what else. Okay, so you have, wow, I just noticed what else was on here. Look at this, you guys. This is so cool. Look at that. Your lightning. Oh my God. This is power. Okay. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of power. How are you going to use your power? The breakthrough is the power given to you is going to allow you to create a big energy shift in your life. Especially even in testing, right? Because triumph over evil. An energy shift. Whoa. power. Ooh, powerful changes. Because you also have light curve and you have the balloons. So this is part of your breakthrough. The balloons is about fun, freedom. It says high vibing, ascension, stress-free, and feeling good. You need to know that you always have that power. It is your awakening to the awareness of it that will allow you to, like, no matter what the earthly things, standards of success, or, you know what I mean, don't, those things that affect our ego, don't let it take from your power and your power to change things, to make things completely different. So the light curve says your breakthrough is bringing in big changes. When the wave comes in, we know that sometimes we're on the top and sometimes we're on the bottom, but it's constant. It just keeps going and it's always ever changing. So something that's going to be fun, some type of relief is coming in here for you. And your breakthrough is acknowledging and owning your power and yielding your sword of truth in a balanced, fair, benevolent way, but like definitely like there's no backing down. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna put Aquarius in a box, basically. That is what this is saying. There's no backing down. Whoa. I have 10 for your strength, which is good because it's related to Jupiter. And it is related to you being able to adapt when life throws you, different situations where you have to take divine detours. You're able to compromise. You're able to switch directions when you need to, or bend when you need to. You're adaptable, right? Atomic number 52. So adaptable to the changes. And I will say the number 5, I saw 555, 15, 55, and 55 today. I think I may have seen it more than that too. Your strength also is it has a crystalline attribute. So it's allowing more light to come into your body. You're essentially using more of a crystalline light body. And so you do have a powerful advantage in that sense because you're open to these shifts, these energy changes. Right? And I also see breakthrough and shifts of power and who has the power too. I have your strength being with the mother energy. So this is beautiful. The mother energy is somebody who is kind, loving, caring, compassionate, and protective. So this is your strength. And it can also be that your mother, even if she is on the other side, that is your strength too at this time. 3333, gratitude. Being grateful for everything that you have in your life. It has been your key to abundance. It has been your key to success. And so you have that. You have the energy of someone who holds a lot of gratitude. A very humble, grateful person. So this will serve you well. It will definitely serve as your strength. And I think this card, uncertain, is coming out because of the 10 energy, because this card is when we're in uncertain times, and it's saying that your strength is that you have been in uncertain times before, or you didn't know what was really going to happen, but you were guided in some way to have a change or to adapt in a different way. So you've done it before, you can do it again, is what they're saying. Okay, coffee, hang on. And the breakthrough here with the outcome, I saw it in the reverse. I feel like it's meaning in the reverse. Those first cards that we had said the dark night. And that's what this card is. So that's what you're overcoming. And that's the energy that's going to be released. Basically like this life force energy here. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And then Eros. And it's upright. So this, I feel like, is going to be released, and you may find a lot of relief in knowing that the end of a dark night is coming. That whatever situation was making you feel um, where we have emotional muting or we're feeling numb, it's like that's releasing, and you're going into a very opposite energy. What's coming here, and the outcome is desire as love, desire, or even desire as love. So whatever it is that you desire, just reminds me of the quote that what you desire desires you too. You are already connected. So this is like moving into different energy, moving into energy that feels more passionate. And I would say that you kept your flame lit here too. And I want to mention that all of this too could be indicating powerful changes regarding a twin flame, just because of this being here, or someone that you would consider that. I have pulsar. And I have the spilt milk, which we're leaving the things that are heavy or burdensome in the past, and we're going to regard it as spilt milk. So they're saying to leave something in the past, something that's happened, leave it in the past. So it's time for new energy. The pulsar is short, intermittent, and burst. So I'm thinking that that's meaning that you're going to start seeing, this like relief, or these changes, these powerful bursts. It could even be communication coming from your spirit team, but in short bursts. For some of you all with manifestation, you're going to start noticing very small things manifesting and then leading up to, the big thing. So like you have in the past, count your blessings for each small manifestation and know that it's all leading to this big thing. Here's the Chariot, which is the card I was going to get just to clarify your outcome, which says this is a victory for you. This is a card of action, of getting things going. It's also a card of building momentum, right? It's not stuck in the ground churning over something. It's moving on from the past, moving on to this next thing, right? So it's your victory. And it's also a card about being really self-aware and balanced. And I think if you are having changes with your work, wow. If you're having changes here with your work, your outcome also is including the 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands, meaning good news is coming to you, especially regarding success and victory with things that you already have mastery level with. You may still, you may feel like this change or this surge of you knowing your power and your energy, this powerful burst that's coming in to help you. You may feel like it is amping up the passion that you have for work again, especially if you're feeling like it wasn't for a while. Okay. It's definitely not boring energy. This is all moving quickly, and the ability to accumulate good finances here is also here. So advice from angels is lead, which is that important decision that you have to make. It is also talking about something having a transition, like a transition in your life that's going from one completely polar opposite to the next. And so that can be talking about that decision. It's a big one, they're saying. It's a big one. But yeah, like the warrior, you have to choose your weapon to use. So the sword and the powerful truth that you embody is going to help you with this. So you are the divine warrior, and I will say that the divine warrior gets tested quite a lot. So you may feel like, gee, this is a heavy situation, but know that you're in transition and that the divine plan, it has you on top, okay? It has you winning. For infinity. the promise, the conjunction that's promised to come together for you in this lifetime, because you're the light worker, you're the warrior, you're the one standing up for the cause of good over evil. And then you literally have the knight. So you have the warrior, the knight. You're confident, heroic, you are a messenger, fearless, you have a fighting spirit, determined, a champion of a cause. And then I have the library, and this card is about getting more knowledge, but it's also about uncovering things that have been hidden, like in the metaphysical realm. You know, we have the book representing something that may hold a secret until you open it. There's lots here. So there's more for you to know or learn about yourself. I'm getting the sense of that, about who you are and what you're here for. And more about feelings and intuition that might be disguised as like hidden emotions. Then we have more on the infinite possibilities here. Infinity means no limitations, no room for limitations, only possibilities. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse could be taking a while. Nine of Swords. Okay. No, that's what that is. Okay. They're saying that focus more on the solution instead of a past disappointment or something that took a very long time. Focus on the solution. Don't get in the head. Yeah. And the Star, which is your energy. Something is coming. It's just slow, and it may have had a delay of some sort. Especially if you feel like your patience is being tested. I feel like you're choosing carefully and you're seeing clearly. And you may come to a decision that there are some things you'd rather not invest in, or some people that you'd rather not invest in. Especially if you discover, you know, that the challenges here to see how well you really resonate with some people. So, I could do the Kipperish deck. I will tell you that not everybody resonates with this. It's so just take what resonates with this deck. Anything else you want to add? Oh, beautiful. You are protected from animosity. You're protected from people who have evil eye intentions. And you will be in your bliss as you're being protected from rather negative energies around, I think. Love spell. Somebody feels like they put a love spell, that you put a love spell on them, or they feel love spelled by you. I saw this flip in the reverse, which is interesting. So I feel like you are protected and a health concern is going to get solved pretty soon. If you're dealing with a kind of a loony person at this time who also has some animosity towards you, I mean, it could be somebody's ex. It was 3333 on the timer as I said that. I think they're wanting you to know that that person is emotionally unstable. Mentally and emotionally unstable. Because they are jealous or envious of you. Stay in your bliss is what I've got to say. And stay focused here on your work, labor, and efforts. I do have the relationship card also on the bottom. So that's what I have for you. And I'm sending you love and light. Thank you for joining me. If you liked it, give it a like. Subscribe if you want to come back and see more readings. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.